All right, Saints Nation, welcome back. We just had the Hearthstone match from earlier today. Our CSGO guys just won in crazy fashion on the UCA channel. And now the icing on top is going to be this Rocket League match. My name is Dan Banner, and join with me here once again, Rez. Thanks again for sticking around for your first Rocket League cast.
Oh yeah, it should be fun. I can't say that I'm gonna deliver professional Rocket League commentary, but hey, I'm gonna do my best. We're gonna have fun with it.
Absolutely. Now, just to quickly take a look at who we have on our roster, because these guys are going to be going quick, so are we. Of course, we got Fusion, we've got Kariz, and we have Kamal. A lot of esports students on this team, 2 of the 3. Meanwhile, we've also got a networker there with Kamal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like we talked about this earlier, Hearthstone had a little bit more variety. 3 players, 3 different programs, and looks like we got a little bit more esports centric roster here, and we're off in game number 1.
Absolutely. These guys just got in touch with each other, and they're just flying right into it. I can't even do my full intro, but it does not even matter because it is game time. Of course, best of 5 action here in the NACE Rocket League series.
Yeah, and based on what I've been seeing on social media and in the Saints Discord server as well, that this team has actually had a lot of success so far this season.
Yep, as of right now, this St. Clair Rocket League team has been pretty well undefeated by most opponents. The only teams they've lost to were Northwood and Mizzou, and both of those teams, they're in the CRL. Like, those are top collegiate Rocket League teams. So if those are the only teams we're losing to, I feel pretty happy about that, knowing our team is right there on the bubble.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and look at them go. I mean, it's absolutely insane the kind of mechanics that these players have here. As you know, I with my minimal hours on this game, I'm struggling just to get in the air, let alone steer myself around and try to make plays here. I could only imagine what's going through these guys' minds right now.
I know personally, anytime I try to get an aerial shot, I end up completely whiffing it, driving myself into the wall and looking absolutely silly. As my teammates then flame me with quick chats, but it is what it is. Of course, we're up against the University of Central Missouri sitting there in the orange squad. As St. Clair looking to try and carry this out, but Ginkgo on the UCM side of things, getting aggressive with a couple of our players.
Yeah, it seems like St. Clair on a little bit of the defensive side right now. Shot barely gonna miss here. Goes back towards the middle of the arena here, and it seems like we have a little bit of a slower start compared to what we've seen before.
And we've got, of course, on the UCM side, we also have Old Man, I think that was Lionhaw. A shot on net by Fusion, barely going to miss the rebound. Kariz going to finish that one off in the pass from Fusion. Gets it off the post. Kariz is right in position. Lionhaw gives it a shot, but misses his mark.
Yep, there we go. We can already see in the chat as well, Lionhaw typing in whoops and Fusion responding with whoops. We got a little bit of banter between the 2 teams so far to start it off. St. Clair taking the first goal.
Now Fusion off face-off going to be bringing this into the UCM zone. However, going to blow up Ginkgo in the meantime, to take away all of his boosts for the time being. You can see now that he's completely lost it, flying all the way to the boards. Going to have to take a second to regroup, but that's Loki Donkers going to be trying to make the shot. Rebounds himself. It's going to be off the post. And St. Clair going to get the opportunity to try and clear as Fusion goes to the skies.
Yeah, Fusion, you can just see him going absolutely off right now, and it's absolutely absurd.
Oh.
Like, these guys are playing. Another boom. Kerr is gonna blow up Loki Donkers. I didn't even know you could actually blow people up in this.
Absolutely, yeah. You hit them with enough force, you destroy them, and when you destroy them, they lose all their boost. So they have to take the time to get their boost, otherwise they can't take to the skies or make the plays that they would originally want to. Okay, Ginkgo with the shot, but Kariz is right there to shove this thing out of here.
A really nice save there. Now that's going to put St. Clair on offense here, trying to set something up on their own here. But look at Ginkgo with another shot. Barely goes wide to the left here, and Paul's going to try to set something up here. But oh my goodness, Old Man Lionhaw redeems himself and gets a goal for himself.
Might have missed it the first time by on the St. Clair side, but he was in perfect position to be able to finish this one off 1-1 after the shot off the crossbar there for UCM.
Yeah, really, really well played there from UCM. They're tying this game up here. We got 1:50 left here, and see both teams going for the ball in the center here. And it's going to be St. Clair taking control here. It looks like Kamal's going to go for something right off the start here. Not going to connect, though.
He tried to knock it down for his teammate, but was intercepted. But Chris is going to make sure that he finishes it this time, securing goal number 2 here for St. Clair College.
Yeah, UCM here going to end up trying to tie up the game, but St. Clair is having none of that, and they instantly, within seconds, take the lead, making it 2-1.
I tell you what, it's good to see a back-and-forth battle. I know in the last match we did see it would have been in the UCA where Northwood was up against St. Clair, and that was like back-and-forth. Games were all between 1 goal away. And it looks like we might be picking up where we left off, but this time, of course, Central Missouri showing that they've got the stuff to hang here.
Oh, they end up just barely shooting that shot over the net there, but it looks like Ginkgo's going to look for something else here, looking for it, but look at St. Clair guarding that net, all 3 of them there. They are not letting them throw this game here. They know that they have the lead, but Fusion says best defense is a good offense. He's just going to go up and score.
That will do it in true Fusion fashion, up to the skies and just walks it all the way in. One little tap in dead center. Nothing you can do about that. That could be the insurance here for St. Clair in Game 1.
Yes, but as they say in hockey here, 2-goal lead is the worst lead because one goal and then they're back in it here. But look at this. What's a 2-goal lead when you can get a 3-goal lead? That's going to be Kamal getting the 3-goal lead there. 4-1 St. Clair.
The boards are your best teammate. They're so predictable, and if you can follow up with them, you can find yourself some quick goals like that. And that was perfectly done there from Kamal to capitalize on such a pass.
Absolutely absurd here. St. Clair, we had a little bit of a slow start. Nobody really scoring at the start. It seems like both teams kind of testing the waters against each other. And then the last couple of minutes have been absolutely insanely action-packed. Fusion! Another goal.
Absolutely beautiful. Kamal takes to the skies and just knocks it straight down. Fusion then is going to beat out Lionhaw. And Donkers was right there, but unfortunately not quick enough to the punch. And now it's going to be a 5-1 lead. St. Clair starting to run away with this one.
Now looking pretty good here in Game 1, St. Clair. 45 seconds left here. UCM on a timer now. They got to get a goal at every 12 seconds after that last one. And already halfway done in that first 12 seconds here. It's looking pretty rough here for them.
A tall task, and St. Clair is still just on the offense. Fusion, hello. Pass off Chris and the crossbar. Let's make that a 6-1.
That's a hat trick for Fusion. That's his 3rd one this game here. Going to be absolutely absurd. Now, I'm pretty sure, Dan, that I can safely say this without Caster cursing it, but that's going to be the nail in the coffin for Game 1.
Absolutely. It's just a matter of UCM stopping the bleeding, get some momentum underway so they can start Game 2 off right, unless something absolutely insane happens. But when St. Clair is still on the attack, there isn't much hope for a comeback here from Central Missouri. And Kamal's not even going to try and get aggressive with it. They're all being defensive. Okay, I'll just hang on to it for a second. I don't need to move. I don't need to score. Just hang back and force you to come to me.
Now, we talked about how the best offense is the good defense. But, hey, UCM going to pick up a consolation goal for themselves here, making it 6-2. A little bit less of a blowout in game number 1, but, you know, they'll take those. See if anything happens in the last 6 seconds. Go here with 5 seconds remaining in game number 1 here. Ball going straight up to the ceiling, the farthest possible place from either team's net. But, shot barely goes over, and that's going to be 6-2 score in game number 1.
Now, of course, timer goes down, but it isn't over until that ball hits the ground, and there it goes. So that's going to be St. Clair 6-2. Good start for them. It looked like it was going to be a close game. And then it just seems like it hit a switch of some sort, and St. Clair just hit the gas. So we throw it to us for the briefest of moments. Sure enough, the hat trick coming out from Fusion, but pretty much everybody on the St. Clair side getting a piece of that one.
Yeah, it seems like we had a little bit of a slow start here. You know, both teams kind of like using the first 2 minutes of the game to warm up. And as soon as that first goal came in, they just nonstop, just 8 goals right after that. Absolutely absurd. And well played from both teams so far, especially St. Clair College getting that 6-2 win.
And then both of the goals on the side of University of Central Missouri did come from Old Man Lionhaw. Was able to keep his team on the board nonetheless. And then I'll give shout outs to their team as well as Donkers got both of the assists on the goals. Then Ginkgo seems to be the designated defenseman of sorts, is credited with 2 saves on the game. Want to take a quick look actually at some of the team stats that we do have here from the league in general. Of course, we could see that our League of Legends squad, you've got me thinking League for some reason. Our Rocket League squad here in NACE doing absolutely fantastic. Currently 3-1, not including whatever happened in the game earlier today. And then, of course, the fact that the only teams they've lost to are CRL teams. So, not too bad, if I do say so myself.
And as we hear the countdown, we know what that means. We're ready for the next game here, going into the game number 2 here. St. Clair 0 with UCM 0 as well. And it seems like, oh, excellent save there from UCM.
There we go. So, yes, once again, UCM forced to get onto the defensive. Clair's trying to bring it in, going to be stopped. It's going to be now Fusion taken to the skies once again, dropped, but it's going to be pushed aside by Donkers.
And it looks like Donkers trying to go for a goal here. Going to be just wide to the right here, as Curious is actually going to pick it up here, try to make it start a play of his own here. It seems like both him and Fusion kind of fighting over the ball a little bit.
Just a little bit, and Kamal coming up high. He misses his mark, however. Donkers might be on the opportunity for a break, but Kariz is there on defense, so it's going to be shut down.
It's an excellent shutdown from Kariz. They're going to pick it up, and now we see Fusion and Kamal going to try to look for something of their own here, pushing up to the orange net, and there it is. Kamal with the first goal of game number 2.
Hey, don't always have to be fancy with it. Sometimes a little bounce, and park it in reverse, why don't you? You already got the momentum, give it a shot, and sure enough, puts it in the left-hand side.
No one ever said that you had to go forward. Sometimes all it takes is a little bit of a reverse to put it into the net themselves there, and that's going to be 1-0 for St. Clair with 4 minutes remaining.
Yeah, so plenty of time to get something done. We've seen UCM get a couple strokes of brilliance in terms of breakouts, just haven't seen them be able to get a finisher in a while. However, this could be the break they need, as Ginkgo going to lead the charge for UCM as they go into the St. Clair zone.
UCM are trying to be as aggressive as they can, knowing that after last game, as soon as that St. Clair team started going off in game number 1, that they just did not stop. So they're trying to make sure to shut down their momentum after that first goal, make sure, hey, we're not going to let them get ahead this time. We're going to try to generate a lead of ourselves here, but unfortunately for them, it's not going as optimal as they wanted to. St. Clair just barely missing a shot here. Now UCM trying to pick up the ball themselves here, but wait, Kamal looking for herself here, and Ginkgo ends up taking the ball away from that opportunity.
Off the backboards, Kamal going to just sit and control it for a second, pops it over the goaltender, tries to bring it himself. It's right on the line. They just need something to finish it, and that is going to be off the hand of Fusion, as he's able to get that after Kamal nearly gets it by himself. Bounces off the crossbar and is able, as we see all 3 members of St. Clair just diving at it just to make sure that thing goes in. 2-0.
I could already hear their comms when that was happening. The shot goes bar down, sitting on line. All 3 of them screaming on both teams here. Just get it in, get it out. And sure enough, St. Clair ends up finishing the job. Well done, them. Well done to them right there. And it looks like, oh, Loki Donkers, an excellent save.
Good save, and then Lineha right there to make sure that the rebound is for naught. Fusion going to then just send it right back into the UCM zone for the briefest moment. We're going to just bounce it back and forth. Nice little check there from Ginkgo to allow this aggression to continue, but Fusion's going to be going up to the skies to make sure this gets cleared out.
That ball was going on target there, but unfortunately there's 3 cars in the way trying to get control of that ball there, and shot going just a little bit wide there. Fusion's going to pick up himself here. We saw this last game when he tried carrying it all the way to the net. Doesn't quite get it, but Kamal's going to try to finish the job. Doesn't quite get it.
A double save there for Donkers, coming in clutch for his team, keeping this within reason. 2 goals isn't completely undoable here. It's a little bit demotivating, but at the same time, you're not far away. Fusion coming in off the bar, looks for Kamal, but it's going to be sent into the corner instead, and Ginkgo has a chance to control.
Yeah, it seems like St. Clair so far this series has really been on the aggressive foot here, as they're trying to set up as much as they can here. Just really going with what we were saying in the first game. The best defense is good offense, but look at this. The goes bar down here. Doesn't quite finish in UCM. Trying to just hold on. It seems like they're holding on the skin of their teeth this entire series.
Yeah, thankfully there for UCM. Their St. squad were all going back for boost, regrouping, thinking that the clearing attempt would have been secured. So as they fumbled with it for a little bit, it wasn't as painful for them as it could have been. Shot from Fusion, however, bottom right corner, just going to find it off the pass from Kamal once again. So 3-0 for St. Clair as we have just over a minute left.
Excellent pickup there from Fusion. Saw the opportunity with the ball in the air in the slot there. Finishes the job. Really well done. That's going to be 3-0 to St. Clair. 1:19 left. UCM got to try to do something right now.
They definitely need a goal within these next couple seconds here to jumpstart any sort of comeback for Game 2. Otherwise, we could be going into match point nice and quick here at this match. Fusion,
yeah, we saw last game. Yeah, we saw last game that St. Clair just really ran away with their lead here, and we're starting to see it a little bit now. They ended up getting back-to-back goals after that first one, and now UCM trying to do something here. They can't quite figure out what they can do.
Yeah, come off the takedown, so it's going to shut down Lionha even further here. Donker's going to try and make something happen in the aggressive zone. Looks for his own rebound, bounce off the wall. Ginkgo shot. It is going to be stopped by Fusion. Through the smoke, we do see the shot barely getting stopped by Fusion, so still shut out. UCM still struggling trying to get on the board.
Yeah, it seems like they're really, UCM, the last minute or so, they've been really on the aggressive play. You're trying to make something happen, but now St. Clair, ever since they got that 3-goal lead, they're just sitting back on defense knowing that they don't actually have to really enter the offensive half of the game.
Okay, Ginkgo in the crease, going to pop it over. Fusion is going to be there to answer it as we have 10 seconds left. St. Clair looking obviously perfect position to clean up game number 2, force the match point nice and quickly here in this best-of-5 series, and continue their fantastic run here in NACE.
Yeah, it seems like St. Clair had a really, really clean game number 2 there. I ended up getting the clean sweep there, no goals let in defensively, and that's going to be another 2 goals going to Fusion. I believe that's 5 goals for him so far tonight.
Yep, 5 in this series, and God knows how many so far in total in NACE so far, as we get ready to hop into Game 3 very shortly. Throw it quickly to us. So it just seems like that University of Central Missouri can't even breathe. They're all so worried at being defensive that they can't really get any offense for themselves started. They've had a couple opportunities, but when they were, it was maybe like a one-on-one breakout, which it just seems that St. Clair overall has been able to shut down. It's definitely a rough spot to be in, and Surfer went down for maintenance, so we might have to throw it to a very quick break, it looks like, as we get ready to hop into Game 2. But before I do, is there any additional comments for our first 2 games here in this Rocket League match, Frez?
Hopefully this brief little break doesn't shut down the momentum for the Saints here, as they seem to be doing really, really well. But this might be exactly what UCM needs to try to, reset their mental after those first 2 games, because it's going to be a back-to-back 3-game win for UCM here if they want to try to end up walking away tonight with a victory.
Oh, and did I say we were going to throw it to a break? Turns out I am an absolute liar. Looks like it was just a small hiccup in the system. So we're about to get ready for game number 3. We're not going to waste any time. If there's one thing I like about Rocket League, it's constant action start to finish with very little delay. And sure enough, you hear it. Now or never, UCM. Let's see if we can get you on the board here.
I really want to see a quick early goal from UCM here to try to give themselves the momentum that they need, because they've constantly been either tied or behind this entire series here. In St. Clair, they're giving them nothing. They're choking them down to the point where they have to fight in their own net here. But look at that. That's going to be curious getting that first goal here. And for the 3rd time tonight, we see UCM go down in the lead.
An absolute brutal scramble from both sides, just trying to get a piece of it. But unfortunately for UCM, one shot not accounted for was all necessary to just tap it into the net. Korea's going to pick that one up. And once St. Clair seems to get a lead, they have a hard time losing it as of late.
Fusion just sitting on his net here, making sure that shot wasn't going to go in the net. Went over anyways, and now it seems like St. Clair going to try to do something on offense. No strangers to that.
Yeah, this day in general just seeming so brutal if you have to play against St. Clair. I'm being told that their matchup earlier versus St. Ambrose, another extremely quick 3-0, including one game that was an 11-0. So it just goes to show how absolutely fantastic the St. Clair team is.
Shot just going wide to the right there, almost giving them that 2-goal lead. But keep in mind, this game is nowhere near over. We got 4 minutes left, only a 1-goal lead there, even though that first goal was quick. Fusion's long shot just barely goes wide to the left here, and now you can just see UCM, they're trying to get something going.
This is where things get messy, but at this time, Donker is going to be able to at least keep it out of the crease as he leads the charge for his team. He does have Lionhaw nearby. Ginkgo back in net to make the save. Kamal would have had that right on target had it not been answered.
That seems like Ginkgo doing a really good job so far this game at making saves, but unfortunately not there for that one when it mattered. That's going to be a second goal going over to St. Clair Furies, getting that second goal. 2-goal lead for St. Clair. What do you think, Dan? Do you think they're going to run away with this one too?
It's kind of seeming like it. There's a lot of weight being put onto Ginkgo's shoulders in regards to goaltending. And then a huge thing with goaltending in this game is that once you make one save, well, actually, it's just like that with any sort of goaltending, but you make one save, trying to make the follow-up save is absolutely brutal. You're so far out of position that, like, you need somebody additional to come in. And unfortunately here for University of Central Missouri, it's been pretty much reliant on Ginkgo to make those saves.
Fusion looking for that shot from center court here, barely going to miss it. He's still chasing that ball. He's not giving up on it.
Oh, here we go. Oh, that could have actually been messy. Donker's with the shot, but with two Saints charging at it to make the save. If they had collided, that might have actually went into their own net.
Yeah, it looked really, really bad there for St. Clair. That might have been it for UCM to try to get back in this game. That was a really good opportunity. But Fusion's not giving up. Another goal going over to Fusion.
Once again, UCM just in a very awkward spot. Donkers might be without boost here, hence why he did not challenge it. And sure enough, Fusion was able to capitalize and just get completely around him, forcing this into a 3-0 game. St. Clair looking unstoppable.
UCM, I want to see a goal really fast right here. Just if they can respond with another goal instantly, they might have themselves a game here. Because, you know, you get that 3-goal lead down to 2 goals and you start snowballing. All it takes is one more to make it a 1-goal game. So they got to do it quick. But look at Fusion. No stranger to the sky at all.
With how he just hangs on to it and doesn't even, like, just launch it right away, it also kind of stalls the clock out a little bit. So all of these plays he's making, with them being ahead, is just slowly but surely choking the life here out of UCM.
Yeah, look at this. Fusion going for another shot out of midair. Excellent save from Old Man Lionhaw there. Gonna hold on to that. Let's see if he can do what he did in game number 1. He picked up a couple of goals for himself. Maybe he can get his team back in the game here, kind of put the team on his back, but doesn't seem like they can set anything up. And look at that excellent last tap from Kamal. Gonna put the goal in for goal number 4 for St. Clair College.
Unfortunate there for UCM. You could see that they actually gave Ginkgo the opportunity to get aggressive, but as soon as that happened, St. Clair was able to get the interception necessary, and they just pushed it all the way down to the goal, to the point where they could almost just walk it in. So with it being a 4-goal lead with a minute 30 about left on the clock, it's looking like we're going to have ourselves a quick match here tonight, as this is going on pace for 3-0.
Yeah, Dan, it's been about 10 minutes of game time since we last saw UCM put the ball in the net. And honestly, that's not what you want to see in a best of 5. 10 minutes without scoring is absolutely lethal, and it looks like it might be so here.
Yeah, lethal in regards to the game itself, and then to your psyche, because I'm sure you're just absolutely fuming, constantly making these defensive plays, making these saves, trying to get something started, because they do have good offense. Like, look at this passing play. They're doing a good job moving it forward, just unfortunately wasn't able to get a finishing shot until now. Lionhaw going to bounce that off the crossbar. Donker's nearby.
Donker's going to try to finish. Just barely over the net here, and Fusion's not having it. He's trying to defend it. Excellent stop there from Fusion. He's just trying to pour it into the center of the game here. Trying to make sure nothing goes in the net here, but look at this. When you have so many people trying to get something going on offense, you have no one to defend your net here. You're lucky that shot barely went over. Now Fusion's all the way on defense now, trying to set something up, trying to get it away from his net. 30 seconds left.
The fact that St. Clair can make so many plays happen out of the sky compared to a lot of the teams in the NACE league as of right now just makes everywhere on the arena dangerous. Most teams are used to, like, maybe someone trying to, like, get around them on the ground, maybe take an aerial shot here and there, but it seems like St. Clair just lives in the air and are so comfortable with it that they're going to take care of this nice and clean 3-0 win tonight.
Yeah, and that's going to be back-to-back shutouts here for St. Clair College, not giving them a single goal in game number 2 or game number 3 here. Excellent, well played 3-0 for St. Clair.
And of course, you can't really pick out a standout when everybody on the Saints squad is a standout. Everybody getting a piece of it, whether it be assists, saves, or goals. All of the Saints are all over the scoreboard in this matchup.
That last game in particular, though, I mean, Fusion was just absolutely insane. He had 100% gold, or excuse me, gold. You can tell I play League of Legends, can't you?
You're good.
Yeah. He had 100% goal participation there, as well as a few saves, 7 shots in that game to his name alone, let alone the rest of the Saints. So honestly, really well played from Fusion that last game in particular, not to mention the success that he had in the first 2 games as well.
Yeah, fantastically done overall. It just, UCM couldn't get anything started in the slightest. They were forced to play defense, which defensively, there's moments of brilliance, absolutely. But defensive plays are not going to get you onto the scoreboard. But if we take a look now at the next couple matches, I know we talked about them a little bit earlier today in regards to the Hearthstone match. But let's take a look at that schedule one more time, because this begins quite the busy season here for St. Clair, as we have 7 days a week of matches, pretty much. Every day at 8 at least. So going tomorrow, we've got UCA Overwatch. Thursday, Rocket League returns for some more UCA action. Then Friday, we have Rainbow Six Siege Collegiate R6. Saturday, we've got the Collegiate R6 Championships. That one's by Faceit. And then also on Saturday, 7 p.m., season opener for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I know a lot of people have been itching for some Call of Duty content, especially now that the new one has been announced and everybody wants to see like who from Modern Warfare is going to transition over and see if they'll keep up their skills. Well, you'll get to watch them in action here Saturday at 7.
Oh, yeah, absolutely looking forward to that one. I'm definitely going to be watching that, especially since I got nothing going on that night. And if you do, honestly, clear your schedules because it'll be a good one. You won't want to miss that.
Absolutely, and I'm sure we'll see you on the Rift sometime soon. I thank you for letting me steal you for a couple hours away from your top lane prowess. But
oh, you're good, dude. I had an absolute blast. Thank you for inviting me, not only for Hearthstone, but to stay for Rocket League as well.
Yeah, always a pleasure having you on. Hopefully we'll have you again sometime soon. And with that, of course, one more time, shout out to sponsors that do make this happen. St. Clair College itself, of course, the St. Clair College Alumni Association, Student Representative Council, Zuckelman School of Business and Technology, of course, PC Outlet, and Tim Hortons. Thank you all for making this possible. And thank you to all the fans tuning in. I know it was a long night of action, and it's just getting started. So I thank you all for tuning in. And unless, Fred, you have any final comments in regards to our match tonight, I think we're just about good to go.
Yeah, I think we're good to go.
Sounds good. So, once again, thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for some Overwatch action. I believe we're going to have Commanda and Sox on commentary for that one. I get to do observer duty tomorrow. My voice can take a break. But nonetheless, have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you soon.